Started, I worked in Bersham Colliery for a company in 1949, and I joined the National Coal Board in 1950 as a steel erector, manufacturing steelwork and all that in climbing area workshops, and we used to travel around the collieries in North Wales, from Point of Ayr, Lifton Colliery and all the collieries in North Wales, modernising all the and maintenance and all that kind of work.
And Bernie, could I ask you when you started working in the mine industry?
1953.
And what was your role in the mining industry?
Front stripper. A front stripper.
Right, and what did that involve?
Was making the roads, you know, follow the face up like.
And did you do that all throughout your career with the...
I was on the coal as well.
Yeah.
Mixing, you know, all the bends, it was short, they'd send you somewhere else, like, you know. That was all the face mostly like that.
And how many years did you do that for?
90. Till I went from there, I went to work in climbing for 60 years. And then the climbing closed it down so much, and we all come to Bersham and Abbott, different places, you know. So I must have been in Bersham 30 years, like. But, so they closed, like, you know.
That's great. First started in the mining industry?
I can't remember the end of the year. But after finishing school,
Yes.
went straight into the pit.
So you left school and went straight into the
Straight
pit?
into the colliery.
In Hafford Colliery?
Worked on the haulage for 2 or 3 years. Then found a way to get onto the Coalface, and got trained and worked on the Coalface all my life.
When did you finish with the industry?
I finished when Hafford Colliery closed. No,
Bersham.
when Hafford Colliery closed, I went to BICC for 11 years, and then Bersham was taking people on, so I went back to Bersham.
And did you...
And stopped there till I finished.
Where did you work when at Bersham?
But you were told where to go,
Yes.
like shoveling different pieces of coal. You didn't work in the same place every day.
Right.
You travelled about.
Did you attend the conveyors? Conveyor belts? No.
On the Coalface.
On the Coalface?
Yeah. I had a shovel in my hand most of the day.
So you've all had very different jobs really in the mining industry,
Yeah.
Did you did you join straight from school to the industry?
No. I was I worked in the brickyard first when I left school at 14, and then when the war broke out, I left the brickyard because the money was very poor, and I went to work in the munition factories during the war. I worked in Markwheel, and then I went from Markwheel. I went up to Wrexham in Nottingham. Same kind of work on munitions factories during the war, and then I went down to South Wales, down to Pontypool, and from there I was called up into the forces, and I served in the forces for five and a half years or so. And then when I came out of the forces, I went into the coal board. And that's where I started my career in the mining.
So how old were you when you first started?
When I started
Yes,
in the coal board,
yes.
we 25-year-old. Yeah, and from there on I was there until I retired in 1985 when I finished in Bersham Colliery, which all the years that I worked was in the workshops, area workshops in Clymane. And then when they closed, I went to Gresford, and from Gresford I came to Bersham, and that's where I finished off in Bersham.
What was your job when you finished?
Well, we were all kinds of work, maintenance and fabrication of steel work and belts, and working in the shaft. Did all the pulleys, headgear pulleys, changed them as well, and all that type of work. Yeah, conveyor belts, and we put a blower plant in Bersham Colliery up the shaft, for blowing the coal up the shaft as well.
That's quite an unusual feature, isn't it?
Yeah, and we did all kinds of work of that, in that type of work, right, you know. Yeah.
So did you, what was it like working in the shaft?
Well, it was a bit scary at the beginning, like, you know, but you got used to it, like, and yes. You used to wear your safety harness and all that, like, on top of the cages. Yes. Yes. And of course I worked upstairs as well on the headgears and all that, changing the pulleys. Put all the headgear pulley structure up, or changing the pulleys as all, what they call the catheads, used to call them. Yeah, and we used to do all the fabrication of that in the workshops as well. Did all the steel work as well, you know.
Good head for heights.
Yes, yeah. And I remember when we were in Bersham here, and the safety officer used to call me in because I wouldn't wear my safety harness, and he said, well, you should wear that in case you had a bit of a fall or anything like that. I said, no, I can't. I couldn't wear the safety harness. I would depend on my own safety, because if you had a safety harness on, you'd forget about it and you'd go and you'd be pulling yourself off, kind of thing. So I always depended on my own safety, and I never used to wear a safety harness on the headgears. Yeah.
So that's quite unusual.
Yeah. Of course, I was told off about it.
More than once.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Bernie, could I ask you what your work was like underground?
Front ripping it was. It started off on the Hawleys, I was 25 then, like. I worked in Brumble Steelworks for 5 years. And then a couple of days I had to go to the Army. The Army for 3 years. And when I come back, I went back to Steelworks. But I couldn't take some weekends working, so I come to Pretlick. My dad worked in the Bersham, my dad worked here. And I come down here, got a job at the Pretlick. That's what it was ever since. I've done the Pit, well, done a few jobs, as you said, you called to do different jobs, you know. Yes. There's other cutters and things like that, but not permanent. It was only on and out again.
Right.
I'd be on it today, it wouldn't be on it for another week or two. But
so you got moved around to different jobs?
Yeah, but ripper I was.
Yeah.
Or Coalface, Sawmill, or really, like, you know.
So how did you go about ripping in the roadways and so on?
Well, what do you mean,
how was it done? Yeah.
Well, they take the coal from what they call stables. That's where the machine would go into the stable, and then get in and come back the other way, see? Yeah. Well, we were on the road, because as they took the coal, it was going higher, wasn't it?
Yes.
So we used to have to rip its sides down, and whatever stone was left, and then we put the girders and things up to continue the road like that. That's what I did really after. So did the same thing, like, you know.
Did you do any drilling?
Oh, I did a lot of drilling. After drilling to bring it down, like, you know. Yeah. And so the dads and deep drilling, you know.
What type of drills did you use?
I don't know what type of drill. Just the drill as far as I know, like, you know.
You pick the short one first, and then you look for the 4 foot, then you look for the 6 foot.
All depends on your drop or something.
Yeah.
Got long bits on them, haven't they? Long drill bits.
Oh, the drill itself
Yes.
was long. But the bits really
Just
were long.
stick.
Yeah. And did you get involved? Did you put the shots in, or did?
No, shot fine and that. Just tap what you were supposed to, like, you know. Tap to get done quicker, like,
Yeah. So you used to drill the holes for the shots.
Yeah. We drill the holes, all depends on how thick the ripping was.
Yeah.
You go as far as 5 foot, 6 foot, like, you know. Sometimes you only go a couple of feet, it all depends on how much ripping was on.
So what were you drilling into? Was it rock or coal?
Well, no, this is rock mostly, But a place like Climbing, it was 17 foot thick, the coal. So you nearly all coal ripping.
Oh, right.
But Bersham was stone ripping, you know, because the faces were not as low at the.
So what happened after they fired the shot? How did you get the waste out?
Oh, it was shoveled.
By hand?
Yeah, so these few machines come in,
Yes.
and then we had we had a machine after there, like, you know, that helped a bit, like. You still have to use the shovel, you know, because you take most of it with the machine, like.
Was that the bucket loaders?
Oh,
The bucket loaders, they came in, did they?
yeah.
So when did they come in round about?
How long come in?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
No. So before that was hard
Which is
graft.
a long while before I've seen them.
Late 70s, early 80s, something like that.
Yeah.
I was on the shovel for
Yeah.
We used to put them down the pit, down the shaft. Yeah.
And that was quite a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Did they go,
yeah.
How did that
We
happen?
used to take the cages out,
Yes.
and then we used to sling them and make sure they were safe, of course, and then just take them down the pits. And sometimes we would ride with whatever we were putting down to make sure that they wouldn't catch anything on the way down, like, you know. And we used to put the locals down and all.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
it's a slow journey down.
Yeah. And when how long would a shift be when you were doing ripping?
Well, it depends how far anywhere, like,
Yeah.
you know. Sometimes we put 7 hours, sometimes we 6. All depends on the distance you have to go, like.
And did you have baths when you first started in the mines?
Oh, I had baths.
No.
Dennis, you're shaking your head.
No.
Right.
Oh, they
No.
were because they used to have to be here when I come.
When we were on turnos, when the colliers were on holiday, we used to work. We only had a week off holidays them days, and we used to do all the maintenance at that time. And we used to work until 8 or 9 o'clock at night, from 6 in the morning till about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And there was no bath them days.
Right.
And we used to be carried in the back of a lorry to work. And I used to live in Pennacar at the time, which is about 2 miles from where they used to drop me off on the lorry. And I was in my black, and I used to have to walk home and then have a wash in the bath, get to bed and get up again for 6 o'clock the following morning to go back to work again.
So Emlyn, what was your experience like of ripping?
But it took me a long while before I come to ripping. I started off in the haulage, emptying the coal tubs, and sending empty coal tubs in to get full.
Did you use a haulage, or was it a haulage engine, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You should try the engine now and again. If there was something wrong with the engine driver and he didn't come in, I'd fill his place.
Was it an endless haulage, or was it a direct haulage?
Endless.
Endless.
3.5 miles.
Goodness me. And did you have to clip the tubs on?
Yes. You had a chain to lash onto the rope, and that's where take the tubs in and out. And they travel 3.5 miles.
Goodness me, that's a long distance. And
long
did you walk with them all the way in the tubs?
On times,
Sometimes.
yes. All depends where you were working. You were short in different places, or you go further in.
And so how did you tell the people in by that the tubs were on the way?
You had a writer pole, and that would give a signal the bell. 3 for in, 2 for out, and 1 to stop.
And did they signal back to let you know they'd received the signal?
No.
No.
No. You'd recognise their signal when they had to use it, and they didn't recognise yours.
Well, and so what sort of things did you... Was it empty tubs you sent in?
Yes.
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 And what came back? Was it coal that came back?
Coal come back.
Yes.
All depends what shift you were on. If you're on an afternoon shift, the rock may come back, because they couldn't get rid of the coal and the rock at the same time.
No.
Had to go and have it different times.
Did you sometimes send materials in?
Yes.
Yeah. Props and...
Props, girders, not, forget what they call them. Just to run up to hold the roof.
Oh, is it timbers? And
Timbers.
Yeah. And after you did the haulage work, what did you do? What was the next job you did?
Learning to clean the place on the Coalface. And I was on the Coalface after for a long while.
And what was it like on the Coalface? What was that work like?
Hard work. Shoveling the coal. 6 and 7 ton every day.
And what system did they use to? Was it long wall? Did you have a sort of a stint to do?
At the conveyor belt, you were shoveling the coal onto the conveyor belt, and that would load into tubs.
Right.
And tubs would hold a ton of coal. Yeah. And they had 3 tubs at a time, fastened to a chain to take out.
And did you mark your tubs that were going out, the tubs that you filled? Did you?
No. Somebody else marked them.
Yes.
Somebody was working on the haulage.
And then did they weigh them on the surface to see how much you'd produced?
Yes.
And did your pay depend on how many tubs you turned out each day?
I think you keep account of them, but...
Yes. Yeah. And what was it like, how did you fetch the coal down at that time?
You drill holes in it.
Yes.
3, 4 and 5 foot holes. You have lots of holes in the Coalface, and the firelighter would come in to put, what do you call it, explosives in the hole and fire them, and then you do all the shoveling after.
So it's hard graft then, shoveling
it.
up.
Hard graft.
Yes.
And you never finished until the shoveling was finished. And you run home and then back same next day.
Yeah. And did you have to put supports in to support the roof while...
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Wooden supports at a time. Then they press the metal in later on.
And what about, did they have baths when you first started?
Yes.
Oh, so
yes.
And what time in the morning did you start? Was it morning shift you did?
6 o'clock in the morning.
6 in the morning.
Yeah. The bus came to Benkai at 5 o'clock to take you down to the Colliery. And then you changed and you went down pits. Well, all the workers were down the pit by 6.
And how long did it take you to get into the face?
20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes walk and a hard walk.
Yes. Was there a slope? Was there a...
Sometimes there was a slope, sometimes it was flat.
Yes. And how long were you on the face for each day?
Well, you had a 6 yard, 7 yard set of coal to finish, and you never finish until you shovel it all.
Right. So it depends
So
how quickly you got job done.
You never looked as you watch.
No. No. And who did you have deputies on the face telling you what to do?
Yes, the deputies would come there. Well, the deputies would put the explosives in the face and fire it, and then you wouldn't see him after.
Oh. So left you to it.
Yeah, it was your job after to get the job done and finished.
Right.
Aye.
So
It was hard enough. It was enjoyable.
you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
You meet lots of good friends.
Everybody was your friend. There's no enemies. Well, the enemy was the fireman. You done.
And did you keep working in the industry when the mechanisation came in, when the power loaders came in?
Yes. I was in the pit for 19 and a half years, then I went out for 11, and I went back to the pit after. And I was there, I can't remember the times of the year. I was there till it closed.
So you saw quite a lot of changes
Yes.
in the time
Yes.
underground.
Yeah. Worked with all the things holding the roof, what do you call it?
Dowdy props.
Aye,
And the chalks.
the chocks.
Yeah.
Chocks.
Yeah.
And when they started there, it was a wooden prop. Then the doughties come in after,
Yeah.
and then the chocks.
And did that make the job lighter for you
Yes.
when the mechanisation?
The hardest time was when the wooden props.
You've seen some changes then.
I've seen a few changes.
Yeah.
Aye.
So, do you miss the mining industry?
Oh yes, definitely.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, played hell about it, but we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Good friends and yeah, very good. Yeah.
Do you think young people today have got any appreciation of just how hard it was?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
No.
I think a time will come eventually, like that, it will all come back. In fact, they are on about boring now, aren't they, down in Hawks and all down there. See what it is. Coal, gas and
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, in this area, there's still lots of coal in where Havard Colliery was.
Yes.
Still around the coal there.
Yeah. There's coal everywhere underground
Yeah.
here. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Tons and tons of it. Yeah.
One seam was 6 foot thick. Another seam was 2'9".
Goodness me. So, what was it like working in a 2'9" face?
It was hard going. You're on your knees all shift.
Yes.
And the cutters had to cut in the dirt to be a little bit of height.
And did you used to wear knee pads?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you ever used to put anything on your knees to stop them getting worn down with the?
Oh yes. It patches from home,
Yeah.
strong material, which is stuck to your knees.
I've heard that some pits used to put surgical spirit on the skin, to make the skin hard over your knees, because otherwise you got cuts.
Some used to do,
Yeah.
yes. I never did,
No. That's,
but some used to do.
did you get any injuries when you worked underground at all?
Yes, got hurt a few times. But, I finished up with a broken leg. But I had that finger. Oh, you can see the mark has been opened from there. The tub of coal ran over it. I slipped over, hand went out,
Goodness me.
tub of coal ran over it.
Goodness
It
me.
was opened from there all the way to there.
That was nasty. So, were you off for a while with that?
For about 6 weeks.
And was that when you first started in the industry, or?
It was early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
your hand's all right now, is it? You're not
Yes,
getting
I've no trouble with it. No.
That's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
After all that time.
And as far as open from there,
And what about you, Dennis?
Oh, I had a few injuries, broken collarbone, broken leg,
Goodness me,
arm, broke my coccyx,
that's nasty.
fell on the back of my spine, and
Yeah.
quite a few accidents really. But got over them. Like, fingers are not very good. Oh, can't straighten them.
Yeah.
But you never used to worry.
So it leaves its mark, doesn't
Ah,
it? Yeah. Leaves
Used to get on with it.
yeah.
Oh, there's a few tales you can tell, but
and you, as you say, you wouldn't wipe on the
No,
food, would you?
no,
Carry
Have
on.
you got any funny?
Pardon?
Have you got any amusing or funny stories?
yes, I got a lot
Perhaps
of
one
music.
leave us on a bright note.
Working in the shaft, doing some scaffolding in the shaft, and a fellow at the above used to handle all the scaffold poles down, and this one up above used to shout, "Just a minute, can't get hold of it." And the one in the bottom, he was trying to reach it off, and he had his penis out, and he peed down the pipe and straight onto his head.
Oh, he got a shock, didn't he?
We used to have a lot of fun as well as our work rate, of course, isn't it? Yes.
What about you, Emlyn? Have you got a funny story to?
I haven't seen that.
During the snapping time, we used to catch the mice.
It's just every day you'd have a laugh. You'd have a laugh over something every
Yeah.
day.
We used to catch mice down the pits. We used to tie a piece of bread on one side of a elastic. We used to bring a bit of elastic down with you, and a piece of elastic on the a piece of bread on the other side, and two mice would be fighting for the bread.
Yes,
And when we were on the surface, I remember,
seen that very often.
yeah, on the surface in the shops, the mice, and they used to catch them and paint them different colours. That's mine. That one's mine.
You have races.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Oh, what a lovely story.
yeah.
I'm good to stop now,
Yeah.
because I think you've both done really well. That's been quite a long
Yeah,
interview, but it's been
very
smashing. Thank you very much, both of you.
Could go on for all day.
Yeah,
I got lots of tales I could tell. Yeah,
that was wonderful.
I'm Paul, that's what he's telling.
yeah, yeah.
That was wonderful. I think you've both done really well. So
Yeah, very good.
it's
Very
quite
good.
tiring.
Lots of memories that I'm very poor passing the memories on.
Yeah.
That's all right. No, you've both done really well, haven't you?
Oh,
And Bernie too.
Yeah.
It's been.
I've been down to South Wales to the big pitch as well. I've been interviewed by
Oh, Kerry.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kerry came to my house and he again
Yeah.
put my news in the Glow magazine as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kerry's a
Oh,
professional, so he's
he's great.
he's
Yeah.
very experienced in
And
interviewing.
Catherine as well. Catherine, she's left now, isn't she?